Hi everyone, this is Fagunsha from Integration Lab, and now we are moving forward to more advanced stuff, right? But it is still going to be a totally no code. So yeah, you might have heard about APIs a lot. Like we need to use API to create the automation. If the program has API or not. If they don't have API, we cannot create the automation and stuff, right? So right now I'm going to explain what the API is. So the full form is application programming interface, and to be honest it is not very helpful full form, right? So there is a very popular analogy regarding this particular thing, that how APIs work. So just imagine that you are a customer, right? You are in a restaurant, you are checking out the menu, what you want to order from that particular restaurant kitchen, right? So you check the menu, you decide what you want to order, then you call the waiter, you tell him what you want to order. He writes it down in the particular his diary, okay, and or note taking app, okay, and he will go back to kitchen and he will deliver that order to that particular chef, okay. Now chef will create your that order, he will make your order ready, and then he will again, chef will also call the waiter, and waiter will pick up your order and deliver it to your table. So APIs is something very similar, but in digital sense API is something like whenever you like click a button or submit something, API your device is going to call that particular API in the cloud. It will pick up the data or send your device will send the data to that particular API, okay, and that API is going to give that data to the server or database or any other kind of structure which is in place, okay. Now that database or that application is going to process your data in a way you have given order, right? Remember, basically you are giving order when you call the API. So let's suppose find this email address inside this Google sheet, so that is your command, right? So you are giving that command to that particular application. It will try to search that inside that particular application, and it will give back the result again to API, and the API will show that result on your device interface, right? So that is how the API works. Basically it is a way to connect to different platforms, okay. That's why people are telling you that in case you want to integrate two platforms, they need to have API, right? So yeah, this is the basic idea of API. Now let's move to the second part of this video, which is even more important, right? Which is related to types of trigger, okay. So as we have already seen in the Pabbly Connect, that you need to have at least one trigger to do any automation, right? So that kind of trigger can be, now it can be a schedule, then it is an inbuilt trigger, right? But if is there any other trigger, then you need to actually send data to Pabbly Connect, right? Now there are two types of triggers. One is called polling based trigger and one is called Webhook triggers. Don't worry, these are totally like non-technical terms. You don't need to learn anything related to coding or nothing to worry about, okay. So let's first see the polling. Remember I told you that when you select the application, for example you select the Google form, right? If we select the Google form here, you can see the instant badge here, right? So that instant badge is only available if it is a webhook based trigger. If it is a polling based trigger, then that particular badge will show you anything between 10 minutes. For example, review Google My Business, right? If we select Google My Business, you will see that it is every 8 hours. Why? Because obviously you are not going to get more than 4, 5, 10 video reviews per day. So that way we can like save the server resources, right? Let's pick up let's suppose Airtable, which is a very popular database, okay. So every 10 minutes, right? So that is showing that whenever it is more than instant, then it is a polling based trigger. So first of all, this is the way to identify which type of trigger it is, if it is a polling based or webhook based, right? Now what is the difference? So the difference is in the polling and webhook, that polling is something like Pabbly. So imagine this violet logo as a Pabbly Connect logo. So Pabbly Connect will go to Facebook or Airtable server every 10 minutes, okay, and it will check if there is any new data or not. Okay, if there is any new data, then it will trigger the workflow and complete the workflow. Okay, if there is no new data, then it will come back empty handed, right? Now it is checking that every 10 minutes, okay, but obviously you are not going to have new data every 10 minutes, right? Because of if it is a night time, then obviously people are not going to submit details or any other things, right? So basically Pabbly is wasting too many server resources behind pooling. Okay, so this is a not very good method of triggers. Okay, it is a old method of triggers, right? So basically it goes to the application, it asks, is my data ready? It will say, here is your data, it will give it back. Okay, and in the webhook, Pabbly will just tell them, oh sorry, by the way, you need to imagine this black thing as a Pabbly Connect. Okay, Pabbly Connect will ask the application, tell me when my data is ready. For example, we saw the Elementor based trigger, right? So select the Elementor. So when the new submission happens, it's Elementor's responsibility that it tells Pabbly Connect that your data is ready and we are sending your data, please capture it. And also please tell us that you have captured the data successfully. Okay, at that time you get to see the status code 200. Okay, so this is the basic difference between polling and webhook, and this is all you need to know, right? Polling is not instant, webhook is instant. Polling time can be different based on the application in Pabbly Connect you have chosen. For example, for Google My Business Review, it is 8 hours. If you want to reduce that to 10 minutes or 1 hour or 3 hours or 4 hours, you need to contact their support team, right? For webhook, you actually need to trigger the event one time. Only then you will be able to capture the sample response, okay, sample data. In polling, Pabbly Connect can actually go back to them, that application, and pick up the last available sample data. Okay, so in polling you don't need to do the testing of event one time, but in webhook you do need to do the testing one time at least, right? So webhook is a newer technology, polling is a older technology. So always prefer webhook over polling because they are instant and much better than polling. It also saves the resources for Pabbly Connect as well. So you are supporting the Pabbly Connect company as well. Okay, I am not from their team, but still, if any software is good and increasing your productivity, we always want to support that company, right? So yeah, in the next workflow we are going to set up a basic workflow and we are try to understand the webhook part first. Okay, how exactly webhook is going to work and what we can do to troubleshoot it and other things, right? I hope everything is clear up until this point. In case you are not understanding something, just let me know in the comments and I will try to answer my best. Okay, thank you, see you in the next video. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye, thank you.